You might notice, ladies and gentlemen, that is not Colonel Fettig on the podium. That is our own Rob Singer. He joined the band in 2004 as a member of our cornet and trumpet section, and we're very proud to have him as part of our conductor training program, which has been taking place in the President's Zone since 2009, where select members of the President's Zone are allowed to work with our conducting staff and also guest conductors that come in to hone their craft as conductors in the President's Zone. The program culminates in the opportunity to conduct in front of the band and also in the chamber orchestra. So give another round of applause to Rob Singer. Fantastic stuff. I think we can all agree that there's nothing that sums up the sights and sounds of summer better than baseball, especially when our own Washington Nationals are currently at the top of the National League East standings. But, right. What are you guys all Dodgers fans on this side of the... But before Bryce Harper and Ian Desmond played the game, in fact, even before Babe Ruth and the likes of Ty Cobb played baseball, there was the mighty Casey of the Mudville Nine. Of course, I'm referring to the fictitious hero of Lawrence Thayer's immortal poem, Casey at the Bat, which was first published in 1888. It got one of its very first musical adaptations by the composer Randol Bass, who in 2001 wrote a version for the Dallas Symphony for narrator and symphony orchestra. That very same year, the President's Zone commissioned him to write an arrangement for symphonic band and narrator, and that's the form you're going to be hearing tonight. Of course, I've already introduced Rob. Our narrator this evening is a member of our multi-talented clarinet section. His name is Chuck Willett. Chuck joined the Marine Band in 1989. He's actually a frequent solo with his clarinet in front of the band, but tonight he's left it in his case to be the intrepid narrator of Randolph Allen Bass's Casey at the Bat. Please welcome to the stage.
It looked extremely rocky for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2 with but one inning left to play. So when Cooney died at second and Burroughs did the same, a pall-like silence fell on the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go, leaving there the rest with hope that springs eternal from within the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could get a whack at that, why, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, and likewise so did Blake. The former was a pudding, and the latter was a fake. So upon that stricken multitude, a death-like silence sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey's getting to the bat. But Flynn let go a single with the one of all, and the much despised Blakey tore the cover off the ball. So when the dust had settled, and they saw what had occurred, there was Blakey safe at second, and Flynn up in third. So from the gladdened multitude went up a joyous yell. It bounded from the mountaintop and rattled in the dell. It struck upon the hillside and rebounded on the flat. For Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile on Casey's face. And when, responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat, no No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded as he wiped them on his shirt. And when the writhing pitcher grounded the ball into his hip, defiance glanced from Casey's eyes, and a sneer curled Casey's lip. And then the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, but Casey stood a-watching it in haughty grandeur there, close by the sturdy batsman, the ball unneeded spare. "That ain't my style," said Casey. "Strike one," the umpire said. That from the dell, it ripped in attitude and plunged through the dell. "Kill him! Kill the umpire!" someone shouted from the stand, and it's likely they'd have done it had not Casey raised his hand. With the smile of noble charity great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, and he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the spheroid flew, but Casey still ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousand, and the echo answered, "Fraud!" On one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey would not let that ball go by again. The sneer is gone from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel vengeance his bat upon the plate. And now, the pitcher holds the ball. And now, he lets it go. And now, the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. A band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville, for mighty Casey has struck out.